Hello, this is Zach Raff here with MagicGatheringStrat.com, and I'm recording a video with a standard deck, Bant Chord of Calling, which, if I can work with the Moto's new client, I'd like to show the list here. It's a little different than the version I posted in my article later this week. That I'll be posting later this week. The original deck list was before M15. Before Pro Tour M15, and in response to Rabble Red and some other decks, I changed some numbers around, and I'm trying out some new M15 cards like Soul of Theros and Soul of New Phyrexia. But the match has started, and let's get this underway. I won the roll. I'm going to choose to go first. This hand is pretty good. We have almost all the cards we really want to see. We have a Mana Accelerant, we have either a Yisan or a Chord of Calling, and we have Prophet and Archangel, both of which act to accelerate either us actually winning the game in the case of Archangel, or Prophet, which accelerates Yisan. We're going to lead on the Temple of Mystery, because blue. With this hand, we'll actually take the Elvish Mystic, because we'll Temple of Plenty again next turn, and Elvish Mystic as well, and then Yisan on 3 as well, still on curve, but it allows us to Temple again next turn. And the more mana, this deck is really mana hungry, and it really just wants as much mana accelerants as it can find. I'm gonna close out of Skype here. Looks like we're against blue-white-red, which is definitely not one of our better matchups. I was splashing black in the article I'm posting later this week, just for this matchup alone. And I've cut the black. I'm trying Rootborn Defenses and Soul of New Phyrexia instead to try to be more resilient to Wrath. But either way, it's still not pretty. Just gonna slam the Yisan here. Scry again. Phyrexian Revoker is not great here. It's basically just Goblin Piker. It could name Jace or Elspeth, but those aren't really the fights we're looking to pick. We're not putting him under pressure, so delaying things like Jace and Elspeth doesn't actually do anything for us. I don't think we actually want to play this Caryatid. I think we attack with Elvish Mystic. If he Azorius Charms to the top, we'll just Yisan it back into play, basically. No interest in casting as Caryatid, because actually post-Wrath it'd be nice to cast Caryatid Follower Go. Alright, that's definitely not good for us. Activate in response, getting our Elvish Mystic. I think we're going to Temple here. Scry that to the bottom. I'm almost positive he has a counter, but Prophet without Yisan doesn't do as much, so we're just going to try to slam a Prophet, increase our clock by 2 points a turn. Yeah, the Dissolve. Now this is really where we just want to draw Fathom Mage or Chord of Calling, both of which work to really start actually drawing us some cards. Scavenge Use isn't the worst. I think it's much better than the average card in our deck, so we're going to keep that on top. We've drawn enough lands now that I think we can run out the Kior's Follower to increase our clock, and the Caryatid as well, because if he does Wrath us, we're actually fine with that because we have the Scavenge Use on top. We're just going to keep beating down with these Elvish Mystics. He has the Azorius Charm. Oh, he's drawing a card with it. Odd timing. Whatever. have a sense he has. I have a feeling he has planar cleansing here, or just Supreme Verdict. We're actually gonna lead on Archangel because we can get a huge amount of damage next turn if he doesn't have an answer to Archangel. Because we'll play Scavenge, use an Exile, 4 creatures, get 4 counters on Archangel. Divination, okay. The only card he could possibly have here is Essence Scatter. Yeah, we're going to play this untapped. We're kind of all in here, but we put him on a 2-turn clock and force him to have the Wrath. I don't think we can actually play around Elspeth here. We're going to be able to hit him for 8. If he has the Azorius Charm, we get a Archangel if this is our next draw, which we're happy with. We're at 35 life, not that that's relevant. 22 power on board. Okay, he had the cleansing. Not very surprised. No reason not to cast it. Just waiting for him to draw Sphinx's Rev or any of his other Jace, Elspeth, anything that finishes the game. Yep, this game's basically done. I'm gonna play it out a bit longer. We're behind on the clock, which is worth noting. Some of our better cards here. If we draw some more creatures. This is actually a reason I probably shouldn't have played the Sylvan Caryatid last turn. Because it does evolve both of our Fathom Mages in our deck. But so does every creature. Still, it was definitely wrong to cast Caryatid. I wasn't thinking that through. Okay, I lied. Not every creature in our deck evolves Fathom Mage. There is Elvish Mystic. And he's revving, and he has a Jace on his Okay. So this matchup, we definitely want Soul of New Phyrexia in our deck. We want Prime Speaker. We want Garruk. We want Ajani. Lavinia, not against the Planar Cleansing version, against the more threat-heavy versions with Detention Sphere. Lavinia can be really good because they generally play more Elspeth, and it's a way to get over Elspeth for a turn. Angel of Serenity is very good. Rootborn Defense is good. In general, I don't like Caryatid as much in this matchup, and I generally like shaving some of our mana, just because we don't need to draw near as much of it. I mean, because we're going to go later, and we don't want to have all of these dead cards. We don't want Clone or Progenitor Mimic, because they're premised on having another creature in play. Yeah, so we're cutting the 3 Caryatids, a Forest, Clone, and Progenitor Mimic, and we're bringing in Garruk, Soul of New Phyrexia, Ajani, 1 Courser, 2 Rootborn Defenses. The more I look at this plan, I'm definitely boarding up too high on mana to remove 4 mana sources from the deck. So I really want to rework this. Soul of Theros, I guess, is just a 6 mana 6/6. The ability's pretty good though. Maybe we also want the 3rd Courser because Suizar draws a lot. We probably actually don't want another Prophet. They can generally interact with us such that Prophet doesn't do anything. It just accelerates our Yisan, but as you saw last game, they have Last Breath, they have Wrath. Yisan isn't really at her best here. We still definitely want her because it is a single card threat that can force onto the board, but she's far from ideal. Wow. This hand has a lot of top end. We have a Revoker, we have a Chord, got a Temple. There's worse hands. I think on average this is better than our 6 though. I don't think we actually want to draw a land. We want to draw one of our 12 mana Accelerants left in our deck. Or just more threats. Yeah, like Yisan there is much better than a land. We're going to cast Phyrexian Revoker. We're just going to name Jace Architect of Thought. We could name Mutavault or Ratchet Bomb, but I have not seen a Ratchet Bomb in blue-white list for quite a while. And if he wants to trade Mutavault for Phyrexian Revoker, I'm game. I'm more than happy with that trade. We're going to jam into this Yisan on the board and bash for 2. Naming Elixir is also not very good because Elixir's for much further down the road than what we're dealing with right now. And eventually he will Wrath Phyrexian Revoker, so it doesn't actually stop anything. Naming Jace can prevent him from playing Jace on 4 and plus 8 or digging. Yisan's really good here because what we just want to draw is Mana Dorks, and Yisan in effect allows us to draw a card for a turn and a Mana Dork, which is just exactly what we want to be doing. They might last... Oh, nope. No main phase last breath. Okay. We're going to draw some more of our top end. If he Azorius Charms Phyrexian Revoker to the top, we'll happily make it not be on top by using Yisan. Might be short on land here with digging with the Azorius Charm. Him Rathias here could be really bad. Yeah. That could be a brutal Supreme Verdict here. Oh, okay. That's much less brutal. I'm just going to do this now so I can F6. If we can draw a land next turn, we can slam into Ajani. We probably actually... Okay. That happens. Let's think here. So we can Chord for 3. Get Courser. That doesn't seem very good. I think we just keep committing to the... Well, no, we definitely don't want to keep committing to the board. We're going to just bash for 3 and fetch with Yisan at the end of turn. This is an effect still going to force him to Wrath, but it allows us to keep our cards in hand for post-Wrath. I'm trying to think if we want to fetch out and thin a Dork out of our deck. I don't think we do because we actually want to draw a Dork. Go slam Courser, hope to hit a land off the top. Did. There's another land on top, we'll happily keep that there. Elspeth. Yep. That is not ideal for us. So I think we just keep trying to draw cards here. Beating Elspeth is going to be really difficult. Oh. Cool, Odo. I totally want those cards to be that size. So I can't actually make them any bigger than that, apparently. That is the biggest they will get. So, sorry for y'all watching. We're going to take the only target we can get, which is Yisan. Ship these 3 land to the bottom. We got a Dork on top. The nice thing is he can't actually answer Ajani without, presumably without using a Planar Cleansing or attacking it. Each time he attacks it, we get to kill one of them. It also allows us to set up turns where we could Angel of Serenity and eat the 3 untapped tokens and then kill Elspeth with the plus on Ajani giving counters, which would actually be really good for us. They don't have many threats in the deck, so if we can deal with... is this an Azorius Charm? Yeah. Ow. Okay. So... we're gonna +1. Find a Sylvan Caryatid. Ajani's gonna take 4 next turn. Which will sadly kill it. We have no way of stopping that. At this point, the goal is to somehow stop the Elspeth from ultiming. It's going to be really difficult if we don't hit an untapped land off the top here. But, okay. We're somewhat in this. Okay. We're probably not in this. Jeez. So we're going to block one of the tokens. The one attacking me, obviously. 5 are going to hit Ajani to ensure that it dies, so I'm going to stay at 23. This is just a green creature, isn't it? Yeah, so we can't put in Angel Serenity. We can Chord for 5, but we didn't bring in Lavinia. It does get us Archangel, but Archangel matches up really poorly with Elspeth. I think we just have to try to slam this Angel Serenity in our hand. It's very unlikely to resolve. If it does resolve, it does double duty, because either he has to kill it with a Supreme Verdict or kill it with Elspeth, which means we'll get back Revoker and we'll get rid of 2 of his tokens. Revoker can then name Elspeth and deal with that threat. If he just continues to plus Elspeth, Angel of Serenity attacks through it. Yeah, he has Dissolve. It's very unlikely they didn't have Dissolve. We're going to live at 1 here, but I think we're on no outs. The Elspeth on 6 after the Wrath on 5 was just really devastating for us. 3, 6, 9, 9. Oh, wow, I can't do math. Yeah, I'm dead. Cool. Thanks for watching, guys. There'll be round 2 coming on right after.